You look in the mirror and something just feels off. Not wrong, exactly, just, I don't know, different. You don't quite recognize the person looking back. Maybe it's the way you talk now, the things you care about, or maybe it's the people you spend time with. Maybe it's the boundaries that you're setting, the no's you're saying, the ways you're showing up. Or maybe it's the ways you're not showing up anymore. You've changed, and you're not sure how you feel about it. Let's dive in. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Change is disorienting, even when it's good change, even when it's growth, because the person you were is familiar, right? Comfortable, known, you know who they are. And the person you're becoming, they're kind of a stranger. You don't really know them yet. You don't know what they want, what they need, how they'll be moving through the world. It feels like you're losing yourself, right? Like you're drifting from the person you used to be. And let's be honest, sometimes that's scary. But here's the thing about growth. It's supposed to feel like this. Did you hear that? Growth is supposed to feel like this. You're supposed to not recognize yourself. You're supposed to feel unfamiliar. You're supposed to wonder who you're becoming, because you're shedding that old version, the one that doesn't fit anymore, the one that served you then, but not now. And in that gap between who you were and who you're becoming, you feel lost. That's the process. Actually, that's the work. Maybe you used to say yes to everything, and now you say no. Maybe you used to keep the peace, and now you speak up. Maybe you used to tolerate things. Now, nope, you do not. People notice and they comment, you've changed. And you don't know if that's a compliment or a criticism. Because part of you wonders if they're right, if you've lost something important. If the old you was better, but was the old you really better? Or were they just easier for everyone else? And growth doesn't feel like arrival. It feels like loss, if we're honest. You lose the version of yourself people were really used to, the version that didn't ask for much, the version that stayed small. You lose relationships that only worked when you weren't growing. Friends who liked the old you better. Dynamics that required you to stay stuck. You lose the comfort of knowing exactly who you are. And all of that's really hard, let's be honest, even when it is right. So what do you do when you don't recognize yourself? Well, it might sound odd, but you trust the strangeness. You sit with the discomfort. You let yourself be in the in-between. You don't have to know who you're becoming yet. You don't have to have it figured out. You just have to keep showing up. Keep saying no. Keep setting boundaries. Keep choosing yourself. Even when it feels unfamiliar. Even when it's hard. Because the person that you are becoming, guess what? They are so worth meeting. So this week, here is your practice. I want you to write down 3 ways that you've changed in the last year. It doesn't have to be these grandiose changes, right? Nothing big or dramatic, just small ones, just small changes. 3 ways that you've changed in the last year. Maybe you speak up more. Maybe you rest more. Yes, please. Maybe you tolerate less. And then ask yourself, do I like this change? Or am I just afraid of it? Because fear and wrongness, they feel similar. I'm going to say that again. Fear and wrongness, they feel similar. And sometimes we confuse growth with loss. So yes, you don't recognize yourself, and it's quite disorienting. Maybe you're not losing yourself. Maybe you're just becoming. And the person you are becoming is worth the discomfort. I'm going to say that again. The person that you are becoming is worth the discomfort. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, see where I may be appearing in your area, or just simply want to know where to send me some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized sweet tooth. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should only act upon the advice of this physician. Now, I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this in future podcast episodes to aid those needs. So to find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review, or better yet, share it with a friend. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of mental and emotional health. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down.